Chris, you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear.
Perfect. All right, we'll get started. We'll start first with Adam Tusher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Chris, couple things. Just wonder what that was like for you having to sit out the Chargers game, as big a game that was against a division opponent. What was that like for you? Brad, I'll have a second question as well.
It was very tough dealing with the situation, especially not being able to play the game I love so much and being out there to compete with my brothers in a divisional game, a very important game where I feel like I could have been used. But on the bright side, we went out there, we competed, we played hard, and we was able to solidify a win.
Okay. And Chiefs have a lot of good pass rushers, I know. But the three games that the Chiefs haven't had any sacks this year, the three games in which you didn't play, anything you could put your finger on why you guys aren't as productive without you in the lineup in those three games?
I can't pinpoint anything. I just try to do my 111. Hopefully we can generate some sacks this week and keep this thing going.
Next to Herbie Teope. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Chris, hope you're well, man. The Chiefs tweeted out a video clip of you mic'd up from this past Sunday's game, and I couldn't help but notice or hear you mention John Madden's name a couple in that video clip. What did Madden mean to you and even to your teammates growing up, and how often did you play Madden?
I've been playing Madden ever since Nintendo 64, I think Madden 98. I think that's the last cover John Madden was on, 98, 97, somewhere in the area. Madden's been a significant part of my life. It actually brought me closer to football, Madden, because I always wanted to play with myself on a game. And, his name, his legacy speaks for itself. I think he's 101 and 32, some crazy number like that. Only lost like 30-something games, and what he was able to do for the game, his love for the game, how he's his perspective and how he viewed the game. It impacted not only players but coaches and other individuals around the world. And give my gratitude to his family and his significant others.
Next to Harold Kuntz. Go ahead, Harold.
Chris, two questions. One kind of a follow-up on Herbie, but, John Madden always talked about being an all-Madden guy. Did you always see yourself when you were playing football as being an all-Madden guy and that kind of the characteristics that followed that? And also, just what is it like just coming back when you don't practice for a certain amount of time, coming back from COVID? What's that like? I know a lot of guys have had to go through that across the league. What is that like for you?
I like to view myself as an all-Madden guy. When I play Madden, NFL, the video game, I play it on allMadden. So in that perspective, I kind of view myself as an allMadden guy. And this COVID thing is, it's a challenging situation, man. You're forced to miss so many days, and you come back, you try to be in the rhythm. It kind of takes you out of your rhythm, so you got to find that balance right there. And you also got to stay in tune with the game and what's going on. Watching film, staying in tune with the new calls that's being presented week in and week out, and try to be relevant while you're quarantining. So it was a challenge itself, and also trying to stay in shape. You don't really have the strength, the endurance that you had before, and you're trying to find that balance. And I'm still trying to find that balance now. So try to get better each day.
We got three more. We'll go right down the line, starting with Sam. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Chris, to kind of just follow up on what you just said there, just the process of trying to stay in shape, I guess that would lead me to ask, as much as you're willing to share, did COVID take it out of you when you were dealing with it? How bad did you feel during
that? It brought me its own challenges, the usual congestion, body aches, it presented me its own challenges, but still overcoming. I'm doing the best part I can do for this team to make sure I can play my 111 on this defense and put myself in a position to make plays.
Last two, go Pete and then James. Go ahead, Pete.
Chris, I might go as far as to say that this line as a unit might be playing the best as it has in these stretch playoff runs. Do you sense that? And what do you think is the key for maybe where you started the beginning of the season to where you're at now, where it just seems like to be very, very relentless?
I think our best is yet to come. I feel like we got a ways to go. I feel like we're still striving as a unit to get better with chemistry in some areas. But I feel like we continue to go upwards and we continue challenging, getting each other better at practice and make sure that's translating to the game and competing at the highest level. We got a lot of competitors in this room. So, I think that mind frame right there will, at the end of the year, we'll continue going up, maybe so for the playoff, and we'll see where it takes us.
We'll go last to James Palmer. Go, James.
Hey, Chris, the quarterback you're going against in Joe Burrow isn't really considered a mobile quarterback, but really from your guys up front, the way he moves within the pocket and the subtle things that he does to avoid the rush. What are the difficulties of a quarterback like that? Because he kind of does it with those small movements to make you guys miss and still looking to not just go downfield, but make explosive plays when you guys can't get there on the first try.
Listen, we can't take it away from the guy. He runs a 4.7. He's versatile, but he has a great arm. His arm talent can be comparable to Justin Herbert or Josh Allen, the big throw guys like that. Got a lot of arm power. Accuracy is some of the top in the league. And he has his way of getting out of trouble when needed. So we definitely got to be correct on our angles this week and the way we collapse the pocket for this guy. He can be challenging at times, at all times. He can make all the throws. He can make the tight throws. So we got to do a good job at containing this guy, keeping him in the pocket, getting pressure on him in his face, whatever we can do to affect this guy, because he can be a game changer.
Chris, we appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
All right.